Welcome to Val's Sweet Kitchen. Your average custard tart, about an inch thick. But we're here in Chicago, where we do everything deep dish. So get out your deep dish tart pan and let's go have some fun. We're gonna start with the tart crust, and that's 2 cups of all-purpose flour, leveled, and 3/4 cups of powdered sugar, and the zest of 1 lemon. And when you zest your lemon, make sure you don't go down to the white part, because that's bitter. Okay, about 1/2 teaspoon of regular salt. So just give this a little whiz. And then you want to take your butter fresh out of the refrigerator and fully chilled, because we don't want it to melt. We want it to get coated with the flour mixture. I just cut it into these small cubes. And we just put it right on in. And then I like to pulse it until it gets to the consistency of Parmesan cheese. There you go. That's what you're looking for. Parmesan cheese on your spaghetti. So then you need 2 eggs fresh out of the refrigerator. The key to a good tart shell is to keep everything cold and crispy. And add 2 tablespoons of your freshly squeezed lemon juice. And while your food processor is running, add your egg mixture. And you'll want to stop it just as it starts coming together. Don't over mix it. And then you'll want to wrap it in plastic wrap and chill it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. Let it get chilled all the way through. And after all the fats have firmed up, just roll it out gradually. And every so often, give it a 1/4 turn. That way, it'll help you keep it even and rounder. If your outside edges start cracking, that means it's cool and you're rolling it out fast. You can take your hands, and the warmth of your fingers will make it go right back together. And to get it into the pan, gently fold over the edges, lift it up, and scoot it in. Push it down into the corners. You don't want to stretch it and mush it down from the center. Just push it down from the walls and let it fall down in there under its own weight. And then fold the sides over very gently, and then pop it in the freezer for 20 minutes and preheat your oven to 375. Okay, and then dock it. That's take a fork and poke holes in the bottom. This is going to let any steam come up through the holes and keep the bottom down. Crumpling up your parchment paper makes it more flexible, and you can get in all your corners and nooks and crannies. Then pour your baking beans in, and then place it directly onto a cookie sheet that's been warming in your oven, and bake for 15 minutes. And then remove the beans and bake for 15 minutes longer to dry out the shell. And while your tart shell is cooling, you want it to cool all the way down. Otherwise, a warm tart shell will suck up all the moisture from your filling and create a soggy bottom. So now we could take 12 yolks. And I always separate outside the bowl. That way, if an egg is going to burst, it's going to burst in here and not in there. This dish is the perfect dish to make after you've made a Swiss Meringue Buttercream or Italian Meringue Buttercream, because those use all the egg whites. And don't throw away your eggshells. They're great for the garden. And heat 2 cups of heavy cream to just until it's steaming and bubbling around the edges. And to your 12 egg yolks, add 1/2 cup of sugar and whisk these together until the sugar granules are fully dissolved. It'll turn a nice lemon yellow. And then take your hot cream and gradually pour it into your egg yolk mixture. This is called tempering, where you're bringing up the temperature of your egg yolks to that of the cream. And then add in a half a cup of coconut cream and 2 cups of flaked coconut and a tablespoon of coconut extract. Oh, this smells so good. Mix this all together and then bake for 30 minutes at 340 degrees, and then sprinkle over top about 1 cup more of the flaked coconut. Put an aluminum foil tent on it and bake for 30 minutes longer or until there's a jiggle in the middle. Once it's chilled all the way, you can take it out of your pan. Then 1.5 cups of heavy cream, measured at counter level, and a half a cup of sugar. And whisk that to stiff peaks. And dollop it right on. You can pipe it if you want. I like to dollop. And then sprinkle that wonderful toasted coconut on top. This is deep dish. We could have piled on the whipped cream a little bit more too, but let's taste it. I'm in the coconut tropics. This is really good. If you had a fun time today, give it a like, thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and boop that bell. Leave a comment. You bake it till it's jiggling in the middle.